So I know I said my next video is going to be talking about how I'm going to buy this thing. Unfortunately, today we got to take a drive with it, and I don't have enough range to get to my destination and back. So this is going to be the first time I actually charge this thing out in the wild, and hope to God to figure that out and come back unscathed. This EV9 is what we use for our long distance travel, and love that how it opens. And today, one of those days, this button is somewhat in a weird spot. Get the car started up. And these buttons, one of them is helpful for me as it is the button that enables cameras. Lots of cameras to back the car out, so you can do this crazy 360 thing and all that, but let's back up the car. You got to turn it to get it in reverse. As you can see, I am close to some things, so it does have some nice parking assist. And as we're backing out of here, see all these little sensors going off. But we are clear. Well, almost clear. Now we're clear. Well. As part of the planning the trip, I'm going to take a look at what charging locations are available near my destination. Over here I have a list. Looks like these are dealerships for the most part. Oh, here's a Comfort Inn and Suites. Probably want to charge there. And then it looks like there's a Tesla Supercharger that I could also go towards. And it looks like we have all four available, and it says DC combo, so I'm assuming I can use my NACS port. Now this is my first time using this, so I have no idea if this is going to work. Based on the software, it seems like it's going to work, but who knows? So just looking at before we go, I'm now down to 41% charge, and looks like my minimum range is 83 miles. Average range 117, max 139. 139 and 117 will get me there just fine, but 83 miles is what I'm concerned about. Bit of a tangent on this trip, by the way. I have my wife, who's very safety first, and she wants me to install a dog seat for our new puppy. So this is what she got, and we're gonna see how this thing installs. Let's see if we can get that in there. Here's Milo. Hey, Milo. He's my little toy pit bull. And looks like we got it in there. Went through the bottom, unclipped it, and I guess it just sort of does that. Huh. Here goes nothing. So per the instructions, I think I got it for it to look like that. Milo, what do you think about your car seat? Do you like it? Maybe? Well, it doesn't look like this is going to work. This is my adapter that came with the car, but that is not going to match up to that. Little update on the trip. We are now at a level 2 charger, waiting to charge up the batteries so that we can at least get enough miles to get home. But lesson learned, we now have to get an adapter for a CCS1 to the North American charging standard, which is the Tesla charger. As you can see on a level 2 charger, currently we're at 18%. It take 9 hours to charge this thing up to 80%. Currently I have 47 miles of range, and I'm charging at 7.7 to 7.8 kilowatts per hour. At least I think it's per hour. We are outside of a hotel in their parking lot. So if you were staying here, this would be super easy to get your car nice and charged up before you left the next day. Right now I have 48 miles of range. I'm gonna wait until this thing gets up to 50 miles. From where I'm at right now, it's about 40 miles home. So just wanna give myself a little bit of cushion. So this was our moment of anxiety. As we noticed driving on the freeway, we were burning quite a lot of range faster than the software said we were going to. So to ensure that we were going to make it home, we decided to pull off and take the streets to extend our range. So we just made it home, and as you can see, we have 11 miles of range left and 4% charge. Well, that should have been a disaster if I didn't carry this J1772 adapter. But it's not the adapter that I needed to do the fast charging, and I didn't know that. Thinking that I'd be able to get charging on a DC fast charger, level 3. Didn't realize that this charger that they gave me at the dealership is a level 2 charger. And for this thing would take forever to charge the car and get it back. But in a pinch, put it in and got us home. For the 2026 line of the EV9, these cars come with what's most commonly known as the Tesla charging port. However, if you're not at a Tesla Supercharger, this thing is almost useless at the moment. And this adapter, pretty simple, just goes right in. And now you have a J1772 plug-in. So you're going to need to have an adapter. Specifically, if you want to do DC fast charging, this isn't going to do it for you. You need a CCS1 to an NACS port. I think that they would have told you this at the dealership, or that they would know about this at the dealership, that this would be a common misunderstanding for most people converting from a gas car into an EV, that yes, there is multiple different charging standards all across the country, and you need to make sure you have as many adapters as you're going to need. And even on this trip, I knew I was going out to an area that had Tesla Superchargers, but I downloaded the Tesla app, took a look at it, and even though I knew those Superchargers were near my destination, they didn't show up on the app. Those Superchargers are not updated to accept other cars that are not Tesla cars. I looked on the software provided on the car to where to DC fast charge, assuming that I could use it and it would work. But as you saw, the destination that we went to charge, those DC fast chargers don't work on this car. Really appreciate you guys sticking with me to the end. Tomorrow, you can stop with me and we'll go try to charge this thing at a Tesla Supercharger, and hopefully it works.